Hey y'all, it's your girl Ashley Camille here at Fifth House Bloom, and I am here to read to you the Aries New Moon message. If you are new to this space, welcome. If you are returning, welcome. And I am grateful for all of you being here. I am a luminary and diviner, although I am changing my title to erotic steward, and I explore the possibilities of our pleasure through divination. If you are watching this on Substack and you want to read this transcript, then it is right below. If you are watching or listening anywhere else, then the transcript is available on the Substack. Other than that, the article includes a couple images from some passages I feel like really drive home this Aries new moon energy, but no difference other than that. So let's get into it. This is emergent form, the new moon in Aries and really beyond. How to start? Well, maybe I just should. This is a new moon in Aries after all. Aries, cardinal fire, is driven by initiation and a desire to individuate. It asserts itself with a rawness that cannot be extinguished. It is well known for making moves by blazing a path for beginnings in the novel, moving impulsively from the spark of potential just to satiate its journey. Aries isn't known for being a dreamer. However, it does understand desire. Fueled by the seduction of possibility, it knows that somebody has got to make the first move. Aries is clear in order to operate outside of actualities and reshape reality, action is required. This new moon reminds us that possibility requires our participation. There is currently a preponderance of motion in Aries. The Sun, Moon, Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, its ruler Mars, and the asteroid Chiron are all gathered there. Yes, I said preponderance because damn. This Aries stellium is scorching, making it impossible not to feel the weight of getting started. Excitement, grief, rage, and uncertainty are all boiling beneath the surface, trying to get our attention and remind us of our most base instinct, our birthright to be. I want to go back in time for a moment to February 20th, when Saturn and Neptune met at 0 degrees of Aries, a critical degree of raw creation. And while we've been feeling their influence since 2025, the conjunction that occurred was a conception. This new moon is the birth. That doesn't make it easy, though. New life requires labor, but we are prepared. Saturn is the structures and systems that support or confine our material being in order for us to navigate the terrains of life. Time, rules, expectations, control, and authority. It might sound depressing, but that depends on what you like. Saturn does not wish to punish you. It just wants to create form. Neptune is the all. It's our ability to perceive beyond reason and relate in permeability. It stretches the limits of our imagination and multiplies the platitude. Anything is possible by infinity and beyond. This is some cult shit. Without discernment and boundaries, this is not a safe place. Neptune is where it feels so good to be lost that you don't even recognize that you are gone. And yet, the audacity to dream of more is an essential element in building new worlds. At the time of this new moon, Neptune and Saturn are separating, but both remain in Aries. As they move further apart, delusions clear and we are left to face reality. Any foundations of inauthenticity that have left us disempowered are eroding. Relationship roles, patterns, and literal structures that do not pass this stress test will reveal themselves through increasing pressure and tension. The choice we have now is whether we will use our fire to defend the crumbling tower or let it collapse and build from the ashes. On April 19th, Mars, the ruler of this new moon and all this other shit, will run into Saturn, encouraging us to pace our power. What might feel like a slowdown is an opportunity to get real about burnout and the use of our effort. What has exhaustion yielded? Would your energy be best spent dedicated to a new vision? How can you expand your capacity? This moment asks us to consider how to bring discipline to our drive and commit to the important work of creating from truth. Close behind is Mercury, meeting Saturn and Mars on the 20th. Avoidance becomes near impossible as we are faced with any stories we told ourselves about our capability. This is time. This is a time when hard truths may arise around fear, abandonment, and control, especially with yourself. It's best to meet them with accountability and self-compassion. Aries' urgency is potent, causing any delays to be more frustrating than usual. We allow ourselves to move with the slowness. We can be deliberate in refining our approach. I didn't move the image. on my tree. Y'all, this energy is uncomfortable. What birth isn't? But it's also an opportunity for us to consecrate our lives by dedicating ourselves to our dreams. It asks us not only to consider if it is worth our effort, but how we will commit. Persistence is our ally, but only when we use it in service to what will make us more free. During my contemplations for the new moon in Aries, I came across the 4 P's of labor and birth, identifying the factors influencing how a labor progresses. I believe they offer us some support as we navigate what's emerging. I never claim to have the answers, but I do have questions. Consider the following as you set intentions for this new moon. The first P, passenger. What wants to be born? Your vision is specific, particular, and authentic, but it must start with you. How can you claim your desire with boldness? How can you make space for yourself within your dream? Passage. The conditions. Currently, they wow. Crazy. Meeting or changing the moment requires movement. How we position ourselves to meet what is in front of us? How have we been too rigid in our approach? Power. Our force in the direction of our effort. There is more than enough fire to ignite our dreams, but misdirected, we risk depletion and how you say this word, futility? Hold on, I gotta pause. This accent be fucking me up. How will we channel our fire toward the life we are building? And finally, psyche. Psyche is admittedly more broad than I have covered here, but during Aries season, I am interested in how we navigate the relationship with ourselves. How can we support ourselves in being on our own side? How can we claim our inner authority? This new moon extends us, but this is Aries after all. And again, a preponderance. We are resourced in our determination and brazen self-authority. We direct our power. All right, y'all. If you would like additional messages for April connected to this Aries season and moving into Taurus, there is a link below or at my Substack for the April messages. Which what did I call it? I think it's like defining. Shouldn't I know? Oh my goodness! By design, the April guidance. All right, y'all. Take care.